The gospel reading for Palm Sunday, year 8, tells the story of Jesus' betrayal, arrest, trial, and the crucifixion. It highlights Jesus' humility and obedience, even in the face of intense suffering and humiliation. It is a reminder of Jesus' sacrifice and love for us, and it invites us to consider our own relationship with God and to respond with gratitude and devotion. The events of Holy Week invite us to reflect on our own commitment to following Jesus' example of love, humility, and selflessness. They invite us to prepare ourselves for the celebration of Easter glory by considering our response to Jesus' sacrifice and our own willingness to follow his teachings. And so how can we prepare ourselves to accompany Jesus as he enters triumphantly into Jerusalem, to stay awake with him in the Garden of Gethsemane, walk with him to Calvary, stand at the foot of the cross, and wait for his resurrection? On the threshold of Holy Week, may I offer 4 tips that I think may be helpful to ready ourselves to journey with the one who died to save us. Number 1, take time today to reflect on our Lenten journey so far. Where, when, how has God spoken to me over these few weeks? What has already changed in my life? What needs to change as a matter of urgency? Have I gone to confession to prepare myself? What are the things, perhaps old habits, difficulties, or pain I need to offer up to unite myself more fully with the pain of Christ? Number 2, holy means other, set apart. So how can I set apart this Holy Week? What can I do differently at home or at work or in school? We might like to make a little plan for each day, to do something simple and significant. A few minutes of the day just for family reflection on the scriptures. Maybe pray and meditate the sorrowful mysteries of the Rosary as a family or with a group of friends. Maybe pray the Stations of the Cross every day of the Holy Week at home while commuting to and from work. Maybe watch movies on the life, passion, and the death of Christ. The Chosen series happens to be a wonderful movie for us to see this Holy Week. Maybe we can read a holy book. Jesus of Nazareth by Pope Benedict XVI is a very good one. Make an additional sacrifice. Maybe consider fasting 6 to 12 from Monday until Easter Vigil if you are able. Maybe take some time, if you can, to be silent and still as well. Do not try to do a lot of work this week. Avoid unnecessary distractions. Maybe no loud music, no Netflix, no YouTube, no idle conversations, and the list can continue. Number 3, dear brothers and sisters, Holy Week is an intense time of prayer and richly symbolic liturgies. And so we ask ourselves, how could we take a moment to reflect on what it means to participate in the Holy Week liturgies as part of the body of the church, rather than just being there as a member of an audience, maybe as at the Wintershell Passion Play or the Oberammergau Passion Play, the one in Germany. But that we participate through the events of Holy Week, knowing that we are present, connecting ourselves more fully with Christ who died for us. Number 4, and the final tip, You might like to imagine that you yourself, you are one of the characters in each of the gospel stories of Holy Week. So how do the events of Holy Week appear from your own point of view? What do you see, hear, or even feel? Which of the characters do you identify with? Judas, Peter, John, Mary, Simon of Cyrene, Pilate, or even the repentant thief? These are some of the numerous ways, dear brothers and sisters, we could make our Holy Week meaningful and prepare ourselves to be united with Christ in his agony and be crucified for him who was crucified for us. Saint Cyril of Jerusalem said, Jesus, the sinless, was crucified for you. And will you not be crucified for him who was crucified for you? You are not bestowing a favor, for you have received first, but you are returning a favor, repaying your debt to him who was crucified for you in Golgotha. Therefore, dear brothers and sisters, this Holy Week, how can you and I repay the King who, out of love for us, humbled himself and accepted death, even death on the cross?